Okay, the second part of putting acrylic on toes is you need a primer. I love to use No Lift Nails Primer. It's the best one I found, and it comes with your little brush. You're going to want to dip it in, and then you're just going to dab. You don't want to get it on the skin, just dab it on the toenail. I always like to do 2 coats. What this does is it makes the acrylic adhere to the toenail. Okay, so after that, I use Creative Nail, and this is the monomer. This is the liquid. You're going to get your brush a little bit wet. Okay, you're going to stick it in the acrylic that you have. Just like that, so it's not too runny. Then you set it and you go back towards the cuticle. You do not want the acrylic on the cuticle or you're going to find lifting. So stay away from the cuticle, but go back as far as you can. You're always going to want to dab and wipe. That's the key, because if not, you get too much in your brush and your brush starts getting bad. Okay, so I need a little bit more. So you press, just pat it down like this. I always go from the right to the left. And then my last step on that, I always like to get my brush wet and then wipe. Then I'll go along the cuticle line just to make sure there's no acrylic on your sides. Come on the inside. Make sure there's no acrylic on the sides. Sorry, we're going to go every other color. So this one we're going to do an orange. Pat, pat, pat. Then you wipe around the cuticle line so that acrylic is not touching the cuticle. Okay, now we're going to do the pinky. You need very little acrylic for these little pinkies. Okay, go around the cuticle line. Okay, now I'm going to come back to the second one. We're going to do yellow. Remember, just pat, pat, pat. Okay, then you're going to come around that cuticle line. Then that is the second step of putting acrylic on toes.